Work Permit System Part 4. Work Permit System. Section 2. Contain description and requirements for different activities and definition and description of different terms and processes/activities, commonly used in field. Section 2. What is fire? Fire is a chemical reaction between fuel and oxygen in presence of sufficient heat. Fire is a form of combustion. Combustion, burning, is a chemical reaction between fuel and oxygen that produces energy, heat, and products, light, smoke. Heat causes further reaction of the same kind, chain reaction. How a fire starts. When the fuel, e.g. wood, gasoline, is heated up to a particular temperature, at that point combustible vapors arise on fuel surface and get mixed with oxygen, as present in air. The rapid reaction between the fuel and oxygen starts when this mixture reaches to a proper ratio and got an ignition source, e.g. a grinding spark or an electric spark. What is chain reaction in a fire? Fuel, oxygen, and heat are the basic components for a fire. At same time, fire is an exothermic chemical reaction, which gives heat to environment during reaction. When basic available fuel vapor starts reacting with oxygen, the heat is produced. This heats further available fuel and produce more vapors. New arrived fuel vapors reacts with available oxygen and produce heat, and process goes on. This process is called as chain reaction, and in this way a fire sustains itself. What is autoignition temperature? The minimum temperature at which a combustible fuel vapors ignites, burns, in normal atmosphere, without the need, presence, of ignition source, flame or spark. Autoignition temperature is higher than flash point. What is fire point? The temperature at which a burning fuel heats itself and provides further vapors and the fire sustains by itself. The temperature at which the vapor will keep burning after having been ignited and the ignition source has been removed. What are fire triangle and fire tetrahedron? Fire triangle, triangle of combustion, is a symbolic triangle which presents three basic elements of a fire: fuel, oxygen, and heat. Fire tetrahedron, fire pyramid, is a symbolic triangle which presents fuel, oxygen, heat, and chain reaction as four elements of fire. What is the difference between fire triangle and fire tetrahedron? Fire triangle presents heat, fuel, and oxygen as elements of fire, while tetrahedron present also the fourth components, the chain reaction. What is fire class? Fire class is division of fire on base of the fuel involved, which fuel is burning. This helps in dealing and extinguishing fires. What are classes of fire? OSHA fire classes are: Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, Class E. How a fire can be put off. How a fire can be extinguished. By eliminating one of three components or by disturbing the chain reaction. What is a fire extinguisher? A fire protection device used to control small fires. What are the types of fire extinguishers agents and how they work? Common fire extinguisher agents are: water, dry chemical, carbon dioxide, CO2, foam, AFFF, dry powder, wet chemical. Note: never use a Class A, water, extinguisher for oil and electric fires. If a human is on fire, extinguisher is not suitable to use on him. Instead, cover him in blanket and/or use roll-on ground method. Most common type of extinguisher in use is DCP, dry chemical powder, Class A, B and C type. When energized equipment is on fire, cutting off its electric supply is considered safe and helpful to extinguish its fire. Always stay on upwind side of fire. Always use extinguisher as per manufacturer instructions, commonly written on extinguisher's body. A good practice is to always read the instructions of extinguishers present in your area of responsibility. Maintain minimum of 8 to 12 foot distance to be kept from a fire when using fire extinguisher. Exact distance depends on the type of extinguisher. Approximate discharge time is between 10 to 20 seconds. Do not operate before aiming on fire. Do not try to extinguish a fire if you are not trained, don't have appropriate extinguisher type and/or fire is beyond its ignition stage, started and growing fast. Do not keep extinguisher too close to equipment or work location, that if a fire starts, it become hazardous to take extinguisher. Suitable to keep it in 3 meters 10 feet radius. What is PASS? PASS is acronym, used to simply describe that how to use a fire extinguisher, properly. P equals pull the pin of the fire extinguisher. A equals AIM the extinguisher nozzle at the base of the fire. S equals squeeze or press the handle. S equals sweep from side to side on fire. Describe upwind and downwind. The direction from where wind is coming to a point of reference is called upwind direction. The direction in which air is going from a point of reference is called as downwind direction. Consider a straight line with point A, B and C. B as point of reference, a man is at point B. Wind is blowing from A towards C. For the man standing on point B, point A is his upwind direction and point C is his downwind direction. Thank you for viewing. Click subscribe for me to create new content.